Hi, welcome back, Yours Truly Nation. We're here again in the men's room at the Yours Truly household, getting ready to do a very exciting special episode. It's the international episode of In the Men's Room with Yours Truly. Let's get right back into that men's room and see what we've got in store for you today. Here we go, Yours Truly Nation. Let's go see what's going on in the men's room / laundry room at the Yours Truly household.
Hi, welcome to the men's room.
All right, Yours Truly Nation. Excuse me, sir. Are you ready to join us?
Sure. Just admiring your towel capabilities here.
Well, thank you, sir. We've been working on them here at the Yours Truly household. So, Yours Truly Nation, what we have here, as you can guess, is a very special episode of In the Men's Room with Yours Truly. This is the international edition. Essentially, if you've been following the Yours Truly progress, as we've been hitting the international airwaves over the course of the last 7 or 8 months, you probably realize that we're really growing. It's an international operation here. And what we have here is a member, the founding member of our Irish Yours Truly fan club. His name is the Irish Guy. You know, we had to be careful here at the Yours Truly Productions so that we don't have groupies trying to find out who we are and tracking us down. So we'll just refer to him as the Irish Guy, founding member of the Irish Yours Truly Fans Club. Okay, Irish Guy, let's go ahead and start it off. Do you have some words for Yours Truly Nation that you'd like to start this episode with?
Well, first of all,
Yours Truly.
My distinct honor to be here in the men's room with Yours Truly Nation. And I want to say hello to all the fans out there, both US domestic fans and also the international fans. I know there's a growing number of you out there and you're hungry for more material. You know, the men are busy, but you know, we'll try our best to bring you new material as often as we can. So we're very glad to be here, and I'm very honored to be here.
Well, we're honored to have you in our men's room in the seat of honor. Just in case everybody's wondering, we definitely sat him on the seat of honor here in the men's room where all of our special guests belong. I think they call that the throne. What do you guys call it in Ireland?
Well, I suppose in Irish or in English language? Which one?
Well, what language do you speak in Ireland?
We speak English and we speak Irish. Some people speak Irish as well. And some of us...
Irish is where you live. It's not a language.
Gaelic is the Irish language.
You live in Gaelic. And we're very happy to have him here speaking Irish, Gaelic.
All right, in English.
And
we don't speak American, though.
So
actually, maybe some people do.
That's a good question. So now that you've lived in America here for around about 3 years, can you tell the Yours Truly Nation how it was to learn a new language, being American as a second language?
Well, it was... difficult at first. It took some time to adjust, but after a while, you know, a lot of help from our friends and a lot of understanding from our friends, we did learn how to speak American. It didn't happen overnight, though.
But America's a superpower. So as we know, pretty much the whole world over speaks American. So I'm trying to figure out why it was difficult for your situation.
Well, we speak English and Irish, so you know, trying to speak American, it's not always as straightforward as it might seem.
It seems pretty straightforward to myself, Yours Truly. Yours Truly Nation, we interrupt this special episode of In the Men's Room with Yours Truly. We have a technological wizard here, the Irishman that is in with us, has a device in his pocket that he was able to plug in to our recording device right there because we were low on power. So I'm going to have to get to the bottom of this. I'm sure it's some sort of American technology that he's trying to smuggle out of the country. But here at Yours Truly household, we'll make sure we get to the bottom of that. So the next question I have for you, sir, is exactly so the fans know, you know, not everybody in the Yours Truly Nation is geographically aware. And I like to pride myself on my geographical awareness and my ability to, educate the rest of the world on geography. So where exactly in England is Ireland located?
Well, it's not in England, Yours Truly. It's next door to England, a little bit closer to you than England is. There's a bit of water in between.
No, but what I'm asking is exactly where in England is Ireland located?
Well, they're two separate countries. There's Britain, which is Scotland and
No,
England.
I don't. I'm not concerned with counties. I mean, if we start talking about counties, yours truly nation, that's a lot of detail that we don't need. We just want to know, like, are you like in the north of England? Are you like south of England?
Well, for the next couple of years, we're all Europeans, so that simplifies things.
All right, yours truly nation. On top of everybody's mind these days is global warming. So we're here to see how the global warming phenomenon is affecting those folks that are located in Ireland, England. So, sir, could you please tell me what's the worst effects of global warming that you're seeing in the weather patterns there in Ireland, England?
Well, it's wet in Ireland all the time, except for the 16th of June. So I guess it may be getting a bit warmer, but it's still raining over time.
So did it used to be wet on the 16th of June also, or because of global warming it's no longer wet on one day?
I think because of global warming we might actually be getting one good day a year now.
You heard it here first at Yours Truly Nation in the men's room. One good day of weather in Ireland thanks to global warming. So
that's climate change.
Climate change. So basically all those folks in Ireland think of climate change as a good thing because,
well, you know, one day of summer a year is pretty good for Ireland.
Pretty good,
yeah,
right?
Pretty good.
That's a very good thing. Any worry about sea level rise or erosion?
Well, because it's so wet there all the time, there's not really much of a difference. So you know, I think it could happen, but you know, we're wet anyway, so.
No impact of global warming on Ireland except they get one good day of weather. Certainly not worried about any sea level rise. Next question that the Yours Truly fans out there want to know is what do you all eat in Ireland in terms of food stuffs?
And apart from potatoes.
I think even Yours Truly fans know that Ireland is famous for having potatoes because the guy got rid of the snakes so that the potatoes could grow and the snakes wouldn't eat them.
Correct.
So you know, but you can go into potatoes if you got some better way of cooking them other than French fries.
Well, in the interest of time, because obviously I could talk about potatoes for quite a long, for quite a lot.
We'll have that's going to be a follow-up episode here on In the Men's Room with Yours Truly.
I'll make a note of that.
Irish potatoes.
But Irish food is really good. We've got great farms. We've got great produce in Ireland. The meat is really good. The fruit and vegetables are really good.
Now tell me about this meat. I thought there was a mad cow disease problem going on over there.
That was in England, though.
Which we've already established that Ireland is a county in England. Okay, well, let's move on. We'll talk about mad cow on the follow-up episode. Well, so the meat is real good, as you were saying.
Good, yeah, grass-fed beef. So come to Ireland for a nice steak.
A nice stink?
A steak. It's a nice steak. You have to pronounce it with a sh.
This is, I think, the Irelandian that he's speaking right now coming out. It's just natural. It's just flowing right out of those lips, just like sweet butter coming out of the churn.
You better stop me right there.
Okay, now that we've talked a little bit about Irish food, save for the potatoes because that's an episode in and of itself. The next question that the Yours Truly Nation would really like to know about is what do you Irish people like to drink along with your potatoes and your steak?
We like to drink all sorts of things, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic.
Now, let's stop you right there. My understanding is that in the great county of Ireland, England, that you guys just like to drink and we could just leave it at that.
Probably fair enough.
Yeah, and so there is non-alcoholic beverages in the county of Ireland.
The option exists.
The option exists. It's a modern thing. Ireland is moving into the 19th century with the non-alcoholic.
Beer was only categorized as an alcoholic drink in 1982.
Oh, interesting. And so then they levied the tax man cometh on the beer.
The old reliables.
Yeah, yeah. So sorry. I think I may have interrupted you. It's possible. Could you expand further into the drink situation?
Well, there's lots of famous drinks made in Ireland. We make very good whiskey and very good beer, but we can't make wine in Ireland, which is why we were never conquered by the Romans, because they decided there's no point in going to a place where you can't make wine. But they did go to England, though.
Well, so why can't you make wine in Ireland?
Because it rains 364 days of the year.
But if one was to bring grapes to Ireland,
they would.
Wine could be made, or no?
You'd have to have a big roof over Ireland, which let the sun through the roof.
A big roof over the entire country of Ireland.
A big polytunnel, yeah, over maybe the southeast of Ireland.
I think he's speaking Gaelic again, folks. I have no idea what he just said, but we're just going to roll with it. So now I've heard of a famous drink in Ireland. It's called stout.
It's a good drink, and some people say it doesn't travel very well. So if you want to have a real pint of
stout,
probably come to Ireland for holidays.
I'm right. I'm penciling. People write that in on my calendar for next summer. We're going to Ireland, England, to try some fresh stout. So back to this question. This is really interesting that stout doesn't travel well because I'm quite traveled.
I've been as far as North Carolina.
I have been. I have been that far, yes, sir. And one thing I like to learn when I'm going to a new locale is in the native tongue, as it were, how to say, where is the Irish bar? So, I could say, Vo est Irish bar, or I could say, Die Irish bar, or I could say, hey, where's the Irish bar if I'm in North Carolina? So, how did there become so many Irish bars if they did not travel well?
Well, they must have been selling other drinks in those Irish bars and maybe trying to pass off stout as the real deal. But it's not too bad over here.
So,
best pint of stout I ever had was in Las Vegas, of all places. But it was made by a barman. It was a draft pint from an Irish barman, so maybe he knew how to pour the. That could be the trick.
Could be. Now I also understand. So you've just established that basically everybody who owns an Irish bar, except for the one in Las Vegas, is a shuckster, a trickster, selling us fake stout. So I appreciate that. I will not fall for that anymore. But there's also another thing that the Irish people are famous for trying to fake, and that's straight Kentucky bourbon. So tell me about this Irish whiskey that you guys claim is a real whiskey, because I have a hard time believing that you're trying to sell our bourbon labeled Irish whiskey.
Well, I have to introduce another Gaelic word now, yours truly, if that's okay with you. I realise that can be a bit of a challenge for learning new languages, but the word whiskey actually comes from an Irish couple of words called Uisce Beatha, which means the water of life. And when people from England heard the name Uisce Beatha, they shortened it to whiskey. So if they say it very fast, it sounded like whiskey. So that's where the word comes from originally.
I think the word ish kebab comes from the American word whiskey, and it was a little bit too simple, and because Gaelic is a complicated language, they tried to add another syllable.
Possibly.
You heard it here, yours truly, nation. The Irish copied American straight bourbon whiskey and made up some crazy Gaelic word to try to describe it in their own native tongue. All right, so now we've covered a little bit of the cultural issues and things that are specific to those folks in Ireland, and now I want to figure out, how do people in Ireland actually, what do they do for a living? I'm pretty sure they don't, blow pipes and scare snakes away. There's plenty of guys that dig up potatoes.
No snakes left anymore.
So that guy, the snake guy, put everybody else out of the job because he got rid of all the snakes.
The Ice Age, actually.
So what do people do in Ireland? I mean, obviously, you may not know the answer to this question about what people do for a living in Ireland because you've been making a living here in America. So maybe the people in Ireland go out to the rest of the world and start Irish bars selling fake stout, or come to America to get a job. So could you please share with us what those people that are not so inclined do?
People in Ireland and people who are Irish all over the world all work very hard, and they work in all sorts of different jobs. They work in IT jobs, they work in construction jobs, they work in services jobs, and they do all sorts of things. So wherever they've gone, they've worked, and they've contributed to the societies. But there are many more Irish people living abroad than there are living in Ireland. There's only 3 or 4 or maybe 5 million living in Ireland, but there's about 70 million people worldwide, including many millions here in America who are of Irish ancestry. So.
Well, and we appreciate those people of Irish ancestry because they learned to call whiskey bourbon in the time that they were here, so we can kind of put a stamp out on this.
A steep learning curve.
It might be steep, but I think most of them do all right. I have a lot of Irish American friends. I have Irish English friends. I got all kinds of friends from Ireland, and they're all good people. You heard it right here in the men's room with yours truly. All right, yours truly, nation. There you have it. I think our Irish friend is done using the throne, and he's ready to depart the men's room / laundry room of the yours truly household. So with that, I really appreciate all the time you spent trying to get to know our Irish friend. And sir, if you wouldn't mind, do you have any words for the yours truly fan base out there that you'd like to leave them with?
I'll say some words in Irish if I can. Gunairi and Boher Lat, which means may the road rise with you. Thank you very much, yours truly.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate it.
My honor, my honor.
The honor is all ours here at Yours Truly Nation.